the voice of the new generation.
We pull back, no punches.
Fight predictions and results.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get right back into the swing of things. We're gonna go do the results from the last show. We're gonna go into predictions for the future show, get into the news, and then reveal who the winner is of the Miguel Cotto versus Holy Magic courtesy of
PaceBox.com
for all your boxing poster needs. Moving in, got results. Azumah versus Jeff Fenech. Fenech comes out with a 12-round decision.
I mean, what do you say? He was busier of the two. You know, I mean, Azumah tried to do his little wild shots, did what he had to do, but they gave it to Fenech.
In other words, both retire. You got your last paycheck.
Now they're talking about a fourth fight because the whole thing is 1-1-1 now for both of their records.
Just retire.
Just retire.
Spare us all. Julio Diaz versus Rolando Reyes. Diaz comes to show everybody I'm back. Take care of business.
TKO in the 5th round. I mean, we'll see. It's just a stepping stone, and he did what he had to do with the stepping stone, and I feel that, once he gets into that upper echelon of fighters, we'll see if he's ready for the big mix.
I agree. David Diaz versus Manny Pacquiao. Pac-Man with the KO in the 9th.
I told you, big boy. I told you. Didn't I tell you that Pacquiao's going to come in, he's going to go at 135, and he's going to dominate. That's what he's been doing. He's been dominating every division, and I just think he's a Mexican assassin. That's what he is.
Wait till we get. We're gonna talk about Pac-Man later, and I'll get into some details on Pac-Man then.
He's an assassin. He looked very good in the fight.
Until then, I'm just gonna let it go.
But he looked good in the fight. Yes,
he looked good.
All right.
Steven Luevano versus Mario Santiago. They both come to a draw. You got two guys battling out. One was leading, the other one started leading, the other one came back at the end. They should.
Do it again.
Do it again. Let's see if maybe this time the outcome is different.
That's right. Get a winner out of it.
Next fight, Humberto Soto versus Lorenzo.
I think Humberto Soto was, it was ruled as Lorenzo won this fight because of disqualification. But Humberto Soto was clearly dominating this kid, was clearly hurting him left and right, and the kid was out. He was about to be knocked out in this fight. And of course, Humberto Soto to that last shot, but it was a grazing shot, it wasn't even a devastating shot. I'm really disappointed that they disqualified Humberto Soto, because you see that sometimes in fights. It's just like hitting after the bell. It happens, you got to protect yourself at all times, even if you're on the ground. The guy took a knee. So it is what it is. Humberto Soto, I feel that you lost this fight. You won this fight, but I'm sorry that you lost this fight because of whatever. And then the no contest is ruled. And it is what it is. At this point, they need to redo it, even though I think Soto's going to destroy this guy anyways.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Moving on, Ty Fields versus Monte Barrett. Boy, Barrett with the KO in the 1st round.
Yo, Barrett, that was tight. But what I loved about this fight the most was the announcers. They were like, oh, there is no way that Monte Barrett could actually step up to this guy.
He can't handle Ty Fields. Ty Fields is huge. Ty Fields is powerful. Ty Fields got knocked the fuck out.
Done deal. Done deal.
Not to say, I was going for Ty Fields. I wasn't really going for Ty Fields. I thought Ty Fields was going to win. I wanted Monte Barrett to win. Monte Barrett won. It impressed the hell out of me. He resurrects him from the dead. It seemed like every time I picked Monte Barrett, his ass wanted to get
beat down every time. But hey, Monte Barrett did what you got to do, and now we're proud of that.
Oh, and now he's calling out Areola.
That'd be a good fight. I would love to see
I agree.
That would be a very good stepping fight for both of them.
I think it'd be a great crossroad fight. It's the new young upcoming guy versus the veteran. Well, he's not he's a veteran. He's a good guy. He's a veteran. But he's not a veteran at a James Toney level.
He's definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He's there. He's in the mix. So that'd be a pretty good fight.
Definitely.
And I'll tell you who I like if that fight ever comes to fruition. Next one, we go on predictions. We got
Sinan Sam
versus Paolo Vidoz.
I want to say Paolo only because Sam has had problems with these European fighters. He has lost to European fighters, Luan Krasnik, Juan Carlos Gomez. Even though he's from Cuba, originally, but he's out there fighting as a European. I'm gonna say Paolo Vidoz from Italy.
I'm gonna roll with the Olympian Paolo Vidoz. Obviously, he's got some skills. He's trying to show that he deserves to be in the heavyweight mix, and he's gonna try to make that by winning this fight and trying to move up to the next week.
is a tough cat. Either one could win this fight, but I'm going with the Italian.
I'm going with the Italian. You got Sergey Sorokin versus Randall Bailey. Bailey looking to get back into the mix at the light welterweight division.
You know, the thing about Bailey is if he's outboxed and he loses, or he knocks his opponents out because he's a very powerful fighter. He's powerful.
It's either one or the other.
One or the other.
And in this one, I'm looking for him to get a knockout.
I'm looking for him to get a knockout in this fight.
And speaking of which, at the lightweight division, I think he could do some good there.
I think he can too. I mean, he's coming down from 140.
Mm-hmm. Lightweight, no.
Oh, lightweight, he was always one lightweight.
No. Light welterweight.
Light welterweight. So he's 140.
He's at 140.
He's at 140. So yeah, I think he's gonna be in the mix. He'll do his thing.
Then you got Odlanier Solis versus Francis Botha.
Yo, this is a very interesting fight, and the reason for it is because, I mean, Bota's been there for a while. He hasn't fought a lot, but, you know, he's been in the ring with, like, you know, Tyson and stuff like that. So he hung in that Tyson fight, you know, and that was years ago. But I just think that Orlando Solis, if he's the real deal, he should dispatch this guy. And I think it's going to be a good test for him.
I say look for Solis to make early work of this guy at KO within the first 5 rounds.
First 5 rounds?
First 5 rounds. Next fight we got Kendall Holt versus Ricardo Torres.
Man, listen, I went for Torres the very first time these two fought, and you know,
not much has changed. You still going for Torres?
I'm still gonna go with Torres. I'm definitely gonna go. I think Holt's got some skills in there, but I don't think that firepower that Torres has. I mean, I don't think the American public has been exposed to that type of firepower. And when he was exposed, it was against Miguel Cotto, and he dropped Cotto. I mean, you know, it wasn't no surprise that this kid is a champion now. The guy is a good fighter. Maybe not the most skilled fighter out there. He's not a traditional boxer, you could say, but he can punch. He can punch like a horse.
He can
so
fight.
That's it.
That's all it is to it. He can fight.
I'm gonna go with Torres.
And I'm rolling with Torres too. Definitely, there's always the chance that Holt can outbox him, but I don't see it happening. The next fight, we got Lamont Peterson versus Rogelio Castaneda. Look for the Peterson brother outbox.
Hey, that's it. That's what I'm looking for right now. Lamont Peterson, he's going to do this kid in, 10 to 12 rounds. He's going to have his decision.
Well, now that I'm on I kind of forgot 2 things I wanted to mention real quick from results. Peterson's brother,
Anthony Peterson,
man, he kind of let me down. I don't know if I talked about it last time, but he was too much groaning, too much moaning, too much everything, announcing punches before they get there. Wasn't impressed with that. I like to see him shut his mouth and just keep fighting.
He did, you know, he had some very good combinations in the fight, but I think that the groaning, the grunting, all that, that's a telltale sign of a skilled veteran fighter who's in front of him is going to know when he's going to throw that punch, he's going to be able to counter him. So I think, Peterson, you need to go back into the routine of not doing that and just do your fight. You know, because that sounded a little bit like Juan Diaz, and, you know, we all know what happened to Juan Diaz when he went against Nate Campbell, you know.
Let's go on to results again. There's a fight that I caught. Somebody, I can't remember who was to send me the link to the fight. Guy sent me the link to the Amir Khan versus Gomez fight. Let me say, Amir Khan threw some nice combinations. For all you UK fans, I'm gonna give you my quick analysis. Amir Khan threw good combinations. Fast kid, moves around the ring well, but got hit too much for that division. For somebody like Gomez, it's not really you know.
He's definitely not top 10.
He's not top 10 in the division.
Okay.
And he dropped them.
And he dropped them.
And you know.
It's not the first time he's been dropped in this game now.
So all I've got to say is Amir Khan, he got a suspect chin, but can fight.
He can fight.
He can box. He can throw the punches. He's got beautiful combinations. I saw some really beautiful combinations in there. There's no doubt about it that the kid can fight. He just got a little suspect chin, and against some of the top you know power punchers in that division, somebody like Manny Pacquiao now or Nate Campbell,
even Oscar Diaz. I mean, all these guys. I mean, all these. Not Oscar Diaz, excuse me.
Juan Diaz,
David Diaz. I mean, these guys. You know, they're the top 10 of this division, and I mean, any of those guys. He hasn't fought a top 10 caliber opponent yet. So when he does, I don't know if he's going to be ready right now for that, but he might be in a couple years, I think.
Yeah,
you got to give him some time to grow.
I'll tell you what, I like to see him with Julio Diaz.
That'd be a good fight.
That'd be a nice little stepping stone for Amir Khan to see how he feels.
Try to break into that top 10.
Exactly. See if he can tread in those waters. But until then, I'm going to keep my reservation about how great he is. Like I said, I was impressed by his hand speed and his combinations. That was it.
Let's move on.
Moving on. Okay, Felix Stern versus Randy Griffin.
I'm going to go with Felix Stern. This is part 2 of this fight, right? And, you know, well, I think the outcome should be different this time around.
I agree. I think this time he's going to stop. He should stop slacking and get off his ass and start fighting sooner instead of trying to come back at the end and start going in cruise control.
That's right.
The next one, we got Kevin Kelly versus Abdul Malik Jahir. I'm sorry if I killed your name, bro.
Yo, this is about Kevin Kelly trying to get back in the mix in this division, and you know it's all about Kevin Kelly at this point. I don't see this kid doing anything much to Kevin Kelly.
I agree. Kevin Kelly's over here trying to, get a little last paycheck,
get his name back up in the rankings, maybe do the last paycheck, and that's that.
Other than that, but at lightweight, he ain't doing nothing serious. And hey,